Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I want you to do whatever you want, okay?
Yeah.
My channel, I do whatever I want.
So I'm just like a little girl.
It's my channel, guys.
I sound like 6 years. I really complain all the time at night. That's
Dear Lord, oh dear Lord, oh do you remember me? Dear Lord, oh do you remember me? Cool Duder, which one I should play on my channel?
Aaron or Andre?
Maybe I used the Baywatch one. I don't know.
What you call, John? Ask you a question. Who'd you call? My wife. Would you go ahead and grab that bean for me?
It's time to return to the iconic LA beach of Baywatch as we explore this memorable TV show. From 1989 to 2001, viewers got to observe the exploits of a crew of beach lifeguards, mainly Mitch Buchanan, played by the Hoff, and CJ Parker, played by Pamela Anderson, where the action would range from saving people in the ocean to stopping dangerous criminals, as well as a rampaging shark and octopus. In its day, Baywatch got the moniker of being the hottest show on TV, a show famous for its big cleavages, tiny shorts, and countless scenes of beautiful people running in slow motion. Hi, I'm Minty, and I could look as toned and as chiseled as the people on Baywatch, but unfortunately burritos exist. So today we are going to explore 10 things that you didn't know about Baywatch. Without a doubt, the biggest show of the 90s, and definitely the most
10 things you didn't know about Baywatch.
So, silicone and octopus tentacles and all, let's check it out.
Baywatch! Check out Baywatch!
Number 10. Baywatch was created thanks to saving 2 kids from drowning. So the genesis of Baywatch starts with producer and lifeguard Gregory J. Bonin. It was in 1977 when, while working as a lifeguard at a Santa Monica Bay beach,
Santa Monica Bay
beach, who was stuck
Right here.
This heroic
Yeah,
venture
babe.
gave him the idea of making a TV show about lifeguards, and it just so happens that the father of the 2 children he saved was Stu Irwin Jr., who worked for a TV production company called MTM Enterprises, which was run by television executive Grant Tinker, who would become the chairman and CEO of NBC. Bonin pitched his idea to both Stu Irwin and Grant Tinker, of whom helped to get the show picked up by NBC. I guess saving the kids of one of the staff would do that. However, according to E! News, it took Bonin 10 years to try and pitch the show. Oh, and back then, in its early days of production, the show had the whopping title of Aquatic Corps for Emergency Services, otherwise known as ACES for short, till it got the name Baywatch, which was the name of patrol boats at the Santa Monica Bay. Number 9, a music video got the show off the ground. So the higher-ups at NBC needed a little convincing that the show would work. They originally couldn't see the potential, thinking that the show wasn't going to be too entertaining if each episode revolves around lifeguards claim it was closer to 2000, with other concerns being brought to the table, including environmental concerns and, quote, an invasion of California culture. Yeah, look, it was the 90s. We didn't have many big Hollywood productions in Australia back then, not like there is now, in which since the 2000s, Australia has become a hot spot for filming big Hollywood productions. But say the show finished after season 2. Number 2, a change of location. So it was felt that the costs to film the show in Los Angeles was becoming too high, and because of this, in 1999, it was felt that a change of location was needed in order to save finances. The location chosen was Sydney, Australia, where a 2-part pilot was filmed called Baywatch Down Under, with the next season of the show also to be called Baywatch Down Under. Now, being Australian myself, I can remember at the time when it was announced that there would be an Australian Baywatch TV show, everyone was actually pretty excited and hyped up about that. However, filming the episodes caused friction with the local community, as the episodes were filmed at Avalon Beach, Sydney, and the locals picketed the set because it was felt that filming at the location was interfering with the local koala population. Mental Floss adds that it also claims that the locals would be told to keep the noise down while the actors rested. A public meeting was held to address these concerns with Baywatch's creator and producer Gregory Bonin, but it turned out to be disastrous. As News.com puts it, it was a near riot with 1,700 angry locals turning up, demanding that Baywatch go home, although some claim it was closer to 2,000, with other concerns being brought to the table, including environmental concerns and, quote, an invasion of Californian culture. Yeah, look, it was the 90s. We didn't have many big Hollywood productions in Australia back then, not like there is now, in which since the 2000s Australia has become a hotspot for filming big Hollywood productions. But sadly back then this wasn't the case. The Matrix was still yet to come out. Even the frickin' Prime Minister at that time, John Howard, got in on the case, and while speaking on a local radio station, was like, come on,
Oh, my
rib. Stop being silly.
My
Think of the
rib.
revenue and jobs that this will bring in. But it was too late. The damage was done. Needless to say, the crew and the locals weren't seeing eye to eye, so the location was changed to Hawaii, where for its last 2 seasons, the show became Baywatch Hawaii, with the show, of course, being set in Hawaii. Yep, just like regular Baywatch, only no longer in LA, but Hawaii. Although I can remember catching an episode or 2 back in the day, and the change in location did make it feel kind of different, and a little bit alienating. In my opinion, the show just needed that added LA grit. So the outcome of all this is Avalon Australia didn't make any revenue back then, but in return the world was introduced to Jason Momoa. So that's something, I guess. Number 1, cancellation and beyond. So after 2 seasons of Baywatch being in its Baywatch Hawaii format, the show was cancelled due to poor ratings, with the last episode being broadcast May 14th, 2001, after 12 years and 241 episodes. Yep, this TV show, which was once literally the biggest show in the world, was now no more. From my own experience, I tuned out sometime in the late 90s, as a lot of the characters I liked were no longer in the show anymore, thanks to the show's constant rotation of cast, and my enthusiasm just faded out. I guess there was only so many times you can see lifeguards saving drowning people or getting involved in some kind of action-packed crime caper. So yeah, I can understand its popularity fizzling out. I think that when it gets to the stage that David Hasselhoff himself was no longer in the show, who was the heart of the show, it had run its course. In 2003, there was a made-for-TV reunion movie called Baywatch Hawaii Wedding, which saw many of the iconic characters return, which revolves around the
Baywatch Hawaii Wedding
seeking revenge on his wedding day. So, you know, typical Baywatch outlandishness. Now, ever since 2004, there were plans to make a Baywatch movie, which ended up going into development hell, meaning nothing happened for a very long time. Finally, a movie did come out in 2017, which starred Dwayne Johnson, because of course it did, and Zac Efron. And this movie was a remake, a new universe, so to speak, with characters from the original series only recast, with the exception of a cameo from David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson. And this movie movie went more in the direction of a spoof of the series. I guess the powers that be thought that there was no way in this modern day and age people would take the over-the-top appeal of Baywatch seriously. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Baywatch the dark and gritty reboot? Nah. Instead, it's like they said, let's just have fun with it and make it an oddball, wacky comedy. It very much felt in the same vein as fellow comedy movie based on a TV show, 21 Jump Street, which came out a few years earlier. And look, as a movie that spoofs the series and points out how ridiculous it was in a loving way, I did get enjoyment out of the Baywatch movie, and it was a financial success, but it got terrible reviews and received 5 Razzie nominations. So because of this, the movie didn't start up a new franchise. Now there have been talks of bringing Baywatch back in some capacity, particularly a Baywatch musical. But regardless, there will always be that classic series. A ridiculous over-the-top TV show with ridiculously beautiful people. In a show that no way felt like real life. It was cheesy and outlandish, but damn it, we just couldn't get enough.
If you like my Baywatch video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more retro content. Thank you. Bye.